Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
I'm Jay.
I'm Nahum, and we are very thankful for you guys for enjoying these videos. My description is in my description.
His description.
Please make sure to check out the Discord link in description and enjoy the video. So, have you noticed that we had a rise in our female viewers? I don't know if you knew that.
I have no idea. I have
idea?
no information with the analytics at all.
So I checked the analytics, and prior to us doing these videos, you know how many women we had on the page?
Woman? Just one? We just had one woman?
No.
We just had one woman.
Yeah, no. But we had 8% of our viewers were women. I promise. It was an 8%. And then after we started doing these...
And what was the other 85%?
Ever since we started doing these kind of videos, our viewers have raised from the 8% female to almost 65%. Let's give it up for our female viewers. Oh, come on, guys. Oh, no. Come on. Guys.
Louder.
Yeah.
Louder.
Oh,
this for y'all.
Yeah.
We love you guys.
Oh, yeah. That wasn't a joke. That wasn't a joke.
Actually?
Like, our viewers have raised, like, in the recent videos, it's like 65%.
It's amazing.
Viewers. Yeah.
Cool. So it's more female than male now?
By viewership, but not by our subscribers. Like, we have more, like, male subscribers because I've been, like, such
Women do have issues with commitment.
Oh, man.
Hey,
look,
like that? I don't want to get political here.
I don't want to get political.
I don't mean to get political.
Oh, man.
I'm just going to keep her there, partner.
So TikTok took down our video.
Yeah, that was really annoying. Yeah.
It sucked. Like, it sucked really bad that they took down our video.
And we were talking some real shit. Like,
we were talking about how Dan Schneider was misusing little girls in his shows, and we were making fun of him.
Doesn't J. Cole say, like, every good joke has a little truth to it?
Exactly.
So it's like, yeah, we were making fun of it and, like, having fun with it.
Real shit.
But it's like, it's a real thing.
And then what did they call it when they took it down?
They said it was violating
child endangerment or something?
No. Minor safety.
Minor safety. They were worried about minor safety when we were making fun of
two non-minors talking about an adult man who is misusing his power to feet pictures, to be smelling toesies.
Yeah, and then put it out to, like, the world. Yeah, and we were the ones that were abusing minor safety.
It's our bad. We are the ones who are wrong in the situation. What is it called? Ironic that
very ironic.
that TikTok told us, fully clothed,
fully clothed adult men,
yes,
that we were abusing minor safety.
Big fella.
I don't think we even need to say anything. Like, I think everyone knows.
I think we know what we're talking about.
Minor safety.
Because all I have to say is, minor safety is a major issue. Because minor safety, I'd call it major safety.
Oh, you could say that it's no minor issue rather than saying minor safety.
How do we feel about that?
I'm the one that edits the video.
I know.
I could just put cheering. How do we feel about that? Oh. So we reached 13K, and we're actually approaching 13.5K today.
Amazing, beautiful. Thank God.
Yeah.
God is great. Seriously.
And surprisingly, like, because you know how YouTube sends, like, plaques for like the different ranks and shit. They actually sent us something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it a sticker? Did they send us a sticker?
No, because, like, there's the silver. There's a silver plaque that they sent you for reaching 100K.
Nice. It's made out of real.
No, but it's like nice. It looks pretty cool. And then there's
step it up, YouTube.
Yeah, there's a gold one that they send for 1 million. Yeah, and then, like, there's one for 100 million, which only PewDiePie and, like, whatever have. Right? Yeah, and they sent us one for, like, 10K,
really?
13.
No way.
I actually have it with me right
now.
Shut up. Yeah.
It's so pretty. It's kind of crooked, though.
Yeah, I have really fucked up fingers. Yeah, so it's just kind of like,
no, it's like this.
Yeah, actually, look at my fingers.
Cool. May I?
Yeah, go for it.
I don't know whose hair was that. That shit was blonde. You cheating on me? Who is Trisha Paytas? I don't understand what is like the real, like what do people like? Like what is her thing? And I even looked at the comments too, and people were like, "Oh my God, you know Trisha's right when I'm agreeing with her and shit like that." You know, and my first thought is like, I went on her Twitter and I was like, are people really gonna listen to the opinion of someone who shows their butthole on Twitter?
It's a good question. It's a genuinely good question.
And that's like a half joke because it's real. Yeah. It's like for real. Yeah. And then also like Adam 22 in her mouth or in her mouth.
Yeah, or whatever. All this
odd,
random shit.
And then like she has a big following on TikTok, which is primarily like minors.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know her personally, so I'm not gonna say anything bad about her. But just the way she moves is odd. And then like the appeal, I don't know. I really don't know. You know, and who she is, I don't know.
I could tell you why. The modern consensus, the modern like age, like kids, like what they find to be cool is the same thing that people found to be cool in like the 1960s and 70s. And when people say that there's nothing new under the sun, that's from the Bible. That's Solomon who said that. There's nothing new under the sun, as in like things just repeat. It's the same thing over and over again. Cycle. And some people say like, oh, history doesn't repeat, but it rhymes, you know, stuff like that. It's like, it's true. Like you can't, it's true. You've never heard that? Yeah. Well, it's true. And the only way to learn like what's going on right now is by looking at the last time we rhymed. And that would be the 1960s and 70s.
Explain it.
In the 1960s and 70s, there were who? The hippies. Right? The hippies. Yeah. I actually want you to read what the definition of hippie is. And I want you to see if anything sounds familiar.
Okay.
Hippie, member during the 1960s and 1970s of a counterculture movement that rejected the mores of mainstream American life. The movement originated on college campuses in the United States, although it spread to other countries including Canada and Britain. Although the movement arose in part of opposition to the U.S. involvement in Vietnam, hippies were often not directly engaged in politics as opposed to their activist counterparts known as the yippies. So there were people who were activists, but that doesn't mean that every hippie was an activist. So there were some people that just did it for the lifestyle. Most of them did it for the lifestyle. Hippies felt alienated from middle-class society, which they saw as dominated by materialism and repression, and they developed their own distinct lifestyle. They favored long hair and casual, often unconventional dress, sometimes in psychedelic colors. Hippies commonly took up cooperative living arrangements, and they often adopted vegetarian diets based on unprocessed foods and practiced holistic medicine. Hippies tended to be dropouts from society, forgoing regular jobs and careers, although some developed small businesses and catered to other hippies. They promoted openness and tolerance as alternatives to the restrictions and regimentation. Hippies often practiced open sexual relationships and lived in various types of family groups. They commonly sought spiritual guidance from sources outside the Judeo-Christian tradition, particularly Buddhism and other Eastern religions. Astrology was popular.
Oh, Jesus.
Hippies promoted the recreational use of hallucinogenic drugs, particularly marijuana and LSD.
Yep. Heard that.
In so-called head trips, justifying the practice as a way of expanding consciousness.
How fascinating.
The people that we're talking about right now are these people who are counterculture, and everything that seems to be against this culture, like kind of how the rhythm is, anything that's against that, for some reason they see it as good. Like they see it as a good thing that you can show your butthole on Twitter. Like that to them is a good thing, only because it's something that's outlandish and it's weird, right?
Yeah.
And my deal is the question. It's like, where are these hippies now? Are they agreeing with what these kids are doing, or are they not? The hippies are technically the age of our parents. Okay. So hippies now, what happened? I looked it up. To find out what happened to the hippies. Like what ended the hippie era?
Where are you?
The thing that ended the hippie era was literally them growing up. Yeah. That's all it was.
Yeah.
One was, they were like, okay, maybe it was the Vietnam War ending. But not all of them were against the Vietnam War. No. Some of them just liked the lifestyle.
Yeah.
But eventually, they grew up and they just got regular jobs.
Yep.
And when they got the only reason they got regular jobs is because they saw that the lifestyle that they were living
doesn't have longevity.
It doesn't last forever.
Like that type of lifestyle is not stable.
So like that's what I mean. Even though like we have people who seem to be, from the eyes of a young person, it seems to be good to be this type of person that's so
it's
like
fun.
Anti, go against the rhythm and stuff. Yeah. But if we're looking at the last time we rhymed, what happened? They grew up.
Yep.
So the question is, what is something that's going to be eternal that we can focus on? Something that we can actually bring change to? Because a lot of the times we focus on the things that aren't necessary to focus on, whether that's an argument between Charlie D'Amelio and
Trisha Paytas.
Yeah,
and she's motivated by money and clout.
100%.
And just everything material. And I've never had any type of interaction with her at all. So I'm not going to say anything bad, but we're just saying what we see. Exactly.
And that's what the hippies did too.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, did you take take photography?
Yes.
No. Did you take photography?
Yeah.
You took photography?
And LSD.
Do you remember learning about the Vietnam pictures and how they affected the people?
Yeah, for sure.
They pushed the hippies because of the pictures they took, like the little girl who was naked on the street and she was running away from the people that were on our side.
Or like the road just full of heads.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then they saw that. They saw those pictures that were taken, and their idea was that, oh my God, we're murderers. Like, the people sent out were murderers. But what were the Americans thinking when they came back home? What did they think was going to happen? Yeah, our people are home. But what happened? They got spit on.
Yeah.
And they're like, what caused this? Yeah. And what they were told, pictures, the media.
Yeah.
The stuff that was shown them.
Yeah.
Like
they came home and they were all homeless. Veterans were all homeless.
Literally.
That's where the term hobos come from.
Exactly.
From the Vietnam War.
That's what I mean when I think of, like, it's rhyming, right? It's a rhyme that we're singing. It's a rhyme and rhythm.
Sense.
And we have these people that hate, the military, in a case where it's like, yeah, sure, we see it as this, love that we have, where it's like, of course there's going to be an enemy in a war. You know what I mean? Like, there's going to be a loser. There's going to be someone that's taking blows, you know what I mean? Because there were probably Americans dying too, and
for sure.
And the thing is, like, I don't have a side, because, like, why would I have a question for the Vietnam War? Like, we weren't really, we're kids, you know what I mean? Like, we were born barely before 9/11.
3 years ago.
Exactly, 3 years ago. And in my opinion, the modern equivalent to that, of them seeing those pictures of the Vietnam War and stuff, I feel like we have something that's 10 times worse, which is just everything that shows up in our feed. Because everything that we see on the internet is something that's meant to move you. Yeah. It wouldn't be popular if it wasn't something that was to make you feel some type of emotion, right?
Thanks, yeah.
And I feel like I'm not going to call it an attack, because then I sound like I'm, a Republican or something. And I know that a lot of the things that I'm about to say sound like I'm on some side, and you're gonna want to put me in a box, but I ask you not to. I ask you to please try to just listen to what I'm saying. Everyone after the hippie culture realized that the lifestyle wasn't practical, right? And they decided that because the lifestyle wasn't practical, that they needed to move on and get normal jobs. So if we're seeing that that's the case for when they grow up, we should consider that we need to be a little different than them, right? We don't want to be the same as how they ended up, right? We don't want to be people that just lived a culture and then just moved on and then it just stayed the same.
I don't want to be Trisha Paytas.
Exactly. I don't want to end up like Trisha.
Hey, who is Trisha Paytas? Wrong answers only in the comments. Wrong answers only.
Maybe say that quicker so it's not weird that you just cut me up and said that.
Hey, who is Trisha Paytas? Comment below. Wrong answers only, though. Come on, guys. Wrong answers only.
Make sure to check the link in my bio.
Hey, link in my bio. Subscribe, comment, support.